Yo, what's good with y'all, fam? It was good to see y'all again. Um, Dang, bro, I'm not gonna lie, right? I don't know if I did I say this last episode. I don't even remember if I said this last episode, right? But I wanted to say that the 2025-2026 NBA season has definitely been one of the has definitely started out at a very good pace and has been very exciting. I truly believe that the 2025-2026 season is going to be one of the best seasons of basketball that we've had in a very long time, probably within the last 10 years, right? Since like 2015, 2016, 2018, right? All of those years, like I think it's going to resemble more of that. Mainly because, I mean, the switch to CBS, I'm not going to lie, I love the presentation way more with how they've been doing it now with CBS. I think the commentators have definitely been great to listen to. It sounds just far more professional and even exciting and ecstatic about it, right? Some of their one-liners is pretty cool too. Just the overall production of the NBA this year has been at a higher level to me. And even the players, right? You got LaMelo Ball hooping out, which is a great, very marketable player that everyone wanted to see hoop. You got Victor Wembanyama, who I keep saying all the time, he's definitely on his route to save the NBA. And so many people are talking about him, even casuals are talking about him. And Giannis is hooping. Like, it's very exciting for the season. And then you still also got your old vets competing, like the Golden State Warriors. So I truly believe this year is going to be one of the better seasons for the NBA, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen, right? The opening week has been phenomenal for me. The opening week for the NBA has been amazing. I think it's been mad fun. It's been mad dope. You have Giannis Antetokounmpo on a crazy stretch and on a crazy tear. Like, this dude is like having 67% from the field. Him and the Bucks just gave it to the Knicks. Pause. But they just gave it to the Knicks the other night. And my goodness, Giannis was on a freak show, dog. People want to get on him for some traveling and stuff, and I get that to an extent. But my goodness, there's just sometimes, man, he's just bully balling his way through everybody in transition, don't matter in the half court. There's no one can really contain this man, dog. And whenever you see athletic freaks like that just go crazy, it's just like, dog, like you just can't do anything, bro. It's like him and Wemby, right? Wemby's been cooking up this week. Jokic and the Nuggets has been nice, but hold up. Miami's been playing well. It's been very exciting. The Hornets and their offense has been great. And even the Sixers have been playing amazing, right? So this week has been very, very fun to see. Very, very fun to watch. Steph has been cooking. Whenever Steph is cooking, it's a very exciting time, right? So, oh, what's this? Oops. I got this banner over here that I don't need. My bad. I didn't even see that. But, yeah, it's just it's just been very exciting to watch this year, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be an NBA fan this year, and I feel as if a lot more casuals are going to come into the mix and definitely going to be a part of this more. This is definitely going to be a year for the casuals to come back. I'm not going to hold you, and that's good. I'm not going to lie. I'm not one of those people that don't like casuals to be a part of the sport. I'm a big fan and even proponent of we got to get casuals locked into this sport. If you want basketball to grow, if you want the NBA to grow, at the end of the day, we want as many people possible to be supporting this, right? In any way possible. You can be a diehard and you can be a casual. If we want this thing to grow, they all need to be in the mix. And the power of the casuals is very, very like prevalent in any type of like sports growth, right? Because if I'm going to be honest, majority of the people paying the seats, majority of the people in the stands, majority of the people screaming their life away over in these games are the casual fan base. So we definitely need them. I mean, the diehards are complaining about paying extra to watch streams, dog. Like come on, dog. Like, and I get it. I get it, but the diehards are not willing to pay, but the casuals are. You need them to support the brand. So if you love the NBA and love the brand and you want to see it grow, guess what? Put your wallet out, dog. That's how you support business, and that's how you support brands that you just love and you love to support, dog. Me personally, I'm a fan of it. Yeah, it's a little bit too much for me, especially the NBA. That's just not on me. But any type of other small business around my way, I definitely do try to look out. Extra tips here, extra tip there. Do whatever I can. let's get to the 76ers, right? I think that's actually one of the bigger. So it's crazy, right? Because the Chicago Bulls, are they still? Yeah, I think they did beat the Kings last night. Yep. So this is the standings for the East, and it's very, very odd. Now, again, this is what only the first 4 games, first 4 to 5 games. So I'm just gonna run this off for you guys real quick. The Chicago Bulls on 1, the Philadelphia Sixers are 2, Miami Heat is 3, Milwaukee Bucks is 3, Cleveland's 5, Detroit's 6. Now, out of all of the contenders we thought that was going to contend in the East, only one of them, or 2, if you're considering the Bucks, only one of them in Cleveland is a top 6 seed out of the play-in. That's kind of wild to me. But I think it's great. It's parity in the league. Chicago's been on a great stretch. And the offense in general in the NBA is kind of changing. But let's keep it on the Sixers for a second, and then we'll get into that, right? Because I definitely want to talk about the Sixers and how they've adjusted. Nick Nurse, dog. Nick Nurse has got to be – dang, I'm not going to lie. Nick Nurse got to be one of the best coaches of all time. His ability to constantly adjust to the teams he's a part of and constantly have them competing despite the roster he has is actually amazing to see. Now, the Sixers roster last year was kind of in the gutter. But again, especially when every single person, literally every single person on their team getting hurt, you kind of see that. But even on Toronto, he's definitely seen adjustments and trying to, with the lack of star talent on the crew, still being able to have that team compete, right? He's constantly done that. And I believe he's doing the same thing with the 76ers now, especially in handling Joel Embiid's minutes restriction, right? The game they played against the Wizards, I thought they were going to lose that game, but they went on a crazy run in the fourth quarter. And he only played 23 minutes, but they got a lot of valuable minutes from Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes has been amazing to them. Andre Drummond has been great. Adam Bonner showed up very big for them at the end of the game with some key blocks, right? That's great to see. And, listen, shout out to Maxey. Maxey has been completely dialed in and completely aggressive in the first 4 games in the season. And that's what you need a guy like Maxey to be, right? He's actually leading the league in scoring with 37 Well, if we're not going to count the Luka games, right? Because I think Luka's averaging 40. But he's averaging 37.5 points right now on 8 assists, right? Sixers are definitely pushing the pace, especially with Maxey. He's always willing to drive, but also he loves leaning on that step back, which the step back, it lands on a great clip for him, right? He's shooting 47% from 3 right now, and that forces them to push forward, which then makes it easier for him to blow by, which creates penetration for him to also make plays off of that and work off of others, right? So Maxey has been amazing with them, getting to the line a lot. He's 11 free throws a game, dog. That's insane. So that's a key part for them right now, with Maxey being able to get to the line and keying on driving a lot, right? It's opened up the floor for some guys like VJ Edgecombe, right? That's a rookie they got over here. And VJ Edgecombe, I'm going to get into a little bit, but he's been playing well. But it's also creating some opportunities for wide open looks and everything that Tyrese is penetrating. They could swing it to him, or maybe Maxey just straight off to him in the corner, or even on top of the key a lot. It creates a lot of opportunities for them. So shout out to Maxey, because he's actually really the key part in this and why they're playing well. Him being aggressive, getting to the line, and his shot making in general has just been amazing for them. And his passing and playmaking, right? So shout out to Maxey, man. Maxey has definitely been playing at a wild level. So it's going to be very exciting to keep seeing. And if he's able to sustain this, we're going to have to talk about Tyrese Maxey in a very different light. I'm going to be honest with you. So he's been playing on a phenomenal tear. And they've been handling this minutes restriction for Joel Embiid. They're still winning games without him. The Sixers are still competing at a very high level and winning games without Joel Embiid. I thought they were going to lose the Hornets games than LaMelo. And Quentin Grimes, dog. Big minutes from Quentin Grimes off the bench. Quentin Grimes definitely, right now, 6th man of the year candidate, dog. He's been so big for them, man, especially from shooting the 3 ball coming in clutch. My God, he hit that game to tie, to send him into overtime against the Wizards. That other game where he had the game-sealing three, dog, Quentin Grimes has been wild. I want to tell y'all this, like, I'm going to be honest. This may be a hot take, but I truly believe the Quentin Grimes trade was worse than the Luka trade. Nico trading away Quentin Grimes was worse than trading in Luka. And the reason for that is because at least with Luka, you got some talent and even some picks. A guy like Anthony Davis to help out a lot, who's definitely still a star, top 10, top 15 player in this league, right? You got some value in that. You literally traded Quentin Grimes for a Caleb Martin who was hurt and now is not even logging in, 20-plus minutes a game. That is an embarrassment. And especially for the Mavericks, who actually desperately need a point guard right now, a six-man type of point guard like Quentin Grimes, where if you do need him to, he can be a starter for you if you guys need him to. The Mavericks desperately need that. Dog. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what Nico was on trading Luka, but I definitely don't know what he was on trading Quentin Grimes for literal nothing. So to me, that trade is probably worse than the Luka trade because you literally got nothing. What's good? No X specs with Cruiser. Is that Cruiser? Shout out to you, my guy, if that's you, bro. But yeah, Quentin Grimes has been wilding. Love to see it. I like seeing, role players like get some shine and start cooking up. I think that's awesome to see. VJ Edgecombe has been sorry guys. VJ Edgecombe has been nice. The shot is like weird and slow to me. I'm not gonna hold you, but listen, it could be a bit slow. He's still hitting it at a phenomenal clip, right? He's shooting 42% from three. Is that going to sustain? Not sure. But, I mean, he shot at a high volume in his first game, shot 8 threes against the Wizards. He shot 38% in his first game, 50% against the Wizards. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I do think teams are going to start adjusting to attacking those closeouts more for him. But, yeah, the shot is just – I don't know. The form is kind of weird for me, but if it's going in, it's going in. I'm not going to hate too much on that, right? So, yeah, him as a shooter has been great for them. But also what I'm seeing a lot of with VJ is they're definitely, like, trying to get him used to handling some on-ball responsibilities, decision-making that he's still working to get adjusted to. But they are definitely, like, trying to have him get adjusted into that and built into that at the NBA level. And – good, man. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, so they're definitely working on that part of his game and trying to get him more accustomed to that. I'm going in with like the assumption that he's going to get better over the years so that he can be a star player that they can lean on. So even with him kind of playing in this like laid back role than what they want him to play at probably in the future, him adjusting, him getting used to it is definitely great to see. And it's very exciting. I mean, a guy who can make shots like this, he's nice, lengthy player. He's a wing, long behind arms, dog. He needs to work on protecting the ball a bit more, right? But he does protect it very well. I'm talking about more in protecting in, when he's getting to his spots and getting to the drives, right? Just getting more comfortable in that way, right? But VJ's been nice. I like what I see from him. And especially, I think he could definitely be a pretty solid two-way player. We'll have to, like, I'm not trying to be on no pause level, but them long behind arms is crazy, bro. Honestly. So, Embiid, I think what worries me with the Sixers in terms of them competing is this. I think when Embiid comes back, I think they'll be straight. Like, I think they'll be very solid with Embiid coming back. I mean, dog, the man had 25 points in 23 minutes. Wild. They were cooking up. The thing that worries me with this crew is how are they going to handle Paul George coming back? That is so crucial. They have a great crew right now. They have great continuity, and they already have some wings that's been pretty solid for them, right? Kelly Oubre, VJ Edgecombe. You even got, what did he say? What's that dude name? Well, you got what's his name? My goodness, you got Quentin Grimes that's able to play a lot of minutes. Don't take away from nobody, right? So I'm very curious to see, like, how PG's going to get adjusted to this, especially considering how, like, PG's not what he used to be. You feel me? That's scary to see, and that's scary. I'm very worried about that. And I don't know, dog. Like, it's scary. It's scary, and I'm worried. And I don't know how that's going to work. Maybe they trade him. Maybe they keep him off the bench. But in my opinion, honestly, honest opinion, especially if they keep playing the way they're playing now, if Joel is like ready for the postseason, if Joel is healthy for the postseason, they probably could beat anybody in the East. Honestly, because I believe Joel Embiid is that good. I think Joel Embiid is like a phenomenal, great player. So I do believe they could probably beat anybody in the East. Honestly. And that may be a little bit crazy. And this is very optimistic here on if everything pans out. But they have a talent and they have a roster that I believe can do it. But they gotta that PG handling PG is gonna be crucial. I don't know how that's gonna look, and I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, I don't know if he's gonna take away from people's games or not. That's scary, especially VJs, right? Because they'll be playing a similar role. I don't know. That's scary, dog. That's scary for me. Miami. I want to talk about Miami real quick, bro. Because we 4-1. We 4-1, dog. And we lost to Orlando. Like, Orlando's not playing the way I thought that they were going to be playing on. Like, they're 1-4. And especially with Desmond Bain, I definitely thought they were going to be better. But it's fine. Well, we're 3-1. My bad. We're not 4-1. Miami's 3-1. And the main reason. So, what's going on in the NBA right now is what we're seeing here, and Miami's a perfect example of this because they're definitely encapsulating what happened in the past. And people are talking about how, yeah, the Grizzlies had this great offense. Then they fired their coach because John Morant wasn't a fan of it. And now Miami's definitely doing the same thing. I think a lot of people seen what the Grizzlies were doing, and actually, you got the Blazers that's definitely copying them. Miami Heat is also copying them. Honestly, all it is they're just pushing the pace. It's 80s basketball. Miami, what they're doing right now is just 80s basketball. 80s basketball, they're pushing the pace. Like, I think they're pushing the pace to like a 105, like 107, which is insane. If you look at the metrics of the league history, like 105, 107 is like 1970s style basketball. You're literally just running up and down the court. And Bam Adebayo said himself, like, we're not even running plays. We're just going, right? So they're a team that's just pushing the pace, just trying to get in transition. Even when they're in a half-court set, constantly just attacking closeout, constantly just not even asking for ball screens, constantly having motion, cuts to the basket or dribble drives to the basket, man, kicking out and just constant motion, right? That's a lot. This is basically 80s basketball if they actually shot the three ball. Honestly, that's exactly what's going on. 80s basketball if they actually shot the three ball. This is what it would look like. So, listen, I think it's exciting to see. I think this brings a lot of viewership to the NBA because a lot of people is definitely going to see all these high-scoring games. They're going to be like, whoa, this is dope. This is crazy. Let me see this team. Miami's scoring 131 points right now, which is insane. 131 points is crazy to me. And they've actually been shooting the ball pretty well, which is even crazier to me, right? So Miami and what they're doing, dog, I mean, fam, I love it. Eric Spoelstra, amazing. Eric Spoelstra, where does Eric Spoelstra rank all time in coaches? I think he's a bona fide top 10 coach of all time. But if I may twist it and be nasty a bit, like, does he have a top 5 case? Does he? He has 2 chips. And he's been coaching since, what, 2011? So now this is 14 years of coaching, the history of coaching and what he has. Does his resume stack up? He's gone through constant adjustments, multiple finals appearances. Finals appearance in 2020, finals appearance in 2023, finals appearance in 2011, 2014, won 2 chips in 2012 and 2013. And he's constantly with multiple rosters on the same team, has gone through constant adjustments to keep his team competitive with or without star talent. There's not a lot of coaches that's doing that. It's not a lot, especially for this long. And he's been constantly adjusting to new eras. Now, there are coaches that has definitely, you got like Jerry Sloan, who coached for a very long time. Greg Pop coached for a very long time. Rick Carlisle's actually another one that's been coaching for a very long time on different teams, constantly adjusting. So definitely we have that. But especially with the championships and the finals appearance on multiple different teams, that's where I'm like, all right, how many are really above him? You know? So I don't know. That's just something to think about. He may be a top 5. If not, he's right under the top 5. I have to look into that more. I have to refresh my brain on all the other past coaches. I know there's some older ones that I'm missing, you know? But you got Red Auerbach. Will people still say Red Auerbach? I don't know. I don't know about Red Auerbach. To me, Bill Russell was the coach. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to talk about the old heads. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to disrespect the old heads to them. Right? Just not. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. But listen, the league is definitely, it looks like they're getting into their 80s phase. Portland is also another team that's been doing something similar to what Miami is doing. And shout out to Drew Holiday, because if you pay attention, Drew Holiday has been hooping because of that style of ball. And you know what's weird to me in the NBA right now? There's so many zone actions, right? So typically in an NBA season, what happens, especially in the beginning of the year, everyone's getting back into the mix. Everyone's getting back into form. It's like a lot of one-on-one mans, a lot of switching, you know, not as much of high-intensity defense in the beginning of the year. If you've been watching, especially the Bucks actually just did this against the Knicks. Like, constantly running zone, constantly setting traps. I'm like, dog, like, am I watching playoff basketball in October? This doesn't make sense to me. The defense, and people are going to look at the points total and be like, yeah, no one's playing defense. No, like, if you're paying attention, they are doing constant zones and constant traps and constant, like, just switching up the schemes. I'm just like, a lot of 2-3 though, a bunch of 2-3 zone. I'm just sitting here like why we – like, bro, they're taking defense very seriously this year. So I think that's great to see. It's definitely forcing other offenses to kind of, you know, play at a higher level than that. Dog, like, it's weird. It's very weird. We're seeing a lot of high-intensity defensive games from these teams. And Milwaukee's one of them. Milwaukee's defense is actually a defense that's actually surprising me. I think they're playing very good, cohesive basketball. So, I mean, I love it. I love it. I love what I'm seeing. And then, you know, you got the Spurs. Dog. This man, Victor, dog, like, he may be the best player in the world after this season, dog. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I'm just going to give y'all the points per game. The San Antonio Spurs points per game right now, right? 121 points. The opposing points per game is 104. So let me explain. 104 points, and this is with Victor Wembanyama anchoring them. 104 points per game is the lowest points per game of any other team in the NBA right now. Wild. So he, on top of having them, the Spurs defense, having the lowest points per game total, like average, in the league, they're also putting up 121 points, which is like around league average, maybe a little bit below. So listen, like, the impact this man has offensively and specifically defensively, dog. Yeah, we're gonna get best in the world conversations about Victor Wembanyama real soon. Probably in February, we'll start hearing him. Who's better, him or Jokic? I promise you. Because the way he's playing right now, I just don't see it not happening. I really don't. And especially with Jokic, like, Jokic be annoying, dog. Jokic annoys me. And the main reason he annoys me is not that, like, I don't like to see him play well. He's so weird, right? Like, I told someone this, right? And this is back when I used to gamble. I don't gamble anymore. But I'm like, dog, you know what's weird about Jokic is, like, whenever it's like a competitive team, this man just wants to, like, that's when he's going to put like 20 to 25 shots a game, right? But whenever he's going up against a team that he's like, it seems like a team that we all think he should beat, you know what he does? he takes less than 20 shots a game. So he go up against Golden State, competitive team, went to OT. He shot 23 shots, shot 13 threes. Wild. Not going to hold you. But then after that, he faces Phoenix, right? 8 shots. He faces Phoenix. He takes 8 shots that game. I had a triple-double, crazy enough. 8 shots against Phoenix. Now, again, Phoenix is not really that competitive team. Oh, a lot of people don't view them like that. So they're like, okay, cool. Then he goes to face Minnesota. And again, this is a Minnesota team without Anthony Edwards. So here goes another, especially against Rudy Gobert, because for some reason all the bigs want to go against him. So now against the Minnesota Timberwolves without Ant-Man, another team, 10 shots a game. Then he faces the Pelicans. Gambling for Jokic is annoying. Then he faces the Pelicans. Guess what? 15 shots a game. I don't know what it is, but I promise you. Like, I will be willing to, like, I don't gamble anymore. But I would definitely be harping on the fact that the next time this man faces like a good team, he's probably going to score like 30 points. Or he's going to put up above like 20 shots a game without a doubt. He's weird, dog. It's annoying. It's like he chooses not to score. He chooses not to shoot. I can't deal with that, dog. I remember when I used to do it, man. I couldn't deal with that. So he's facing the Blazers tomorrow. Probably 22 max. 22 shots. Well, 22 is actually a lot. Maybe like 19 shots max against the Blazers because he probably just thinks he can beat them. He thinks they're good enough to beat them. They're going to face Miami in November. He's probably going to take like 25 shots. 20 plus without a doubt. That's the over-under right there. If he goes up against bad comp, guess what? The over on the 20 shots a game. Goes up against goes up against bad comp, guess what? Under on the 20 shots a game. Goes up against good comp, the over. There's no in between, dog. It's weird. So he's annoying. I'm not going to lie. Jokic is annoying when it comes to that. But this year has been amazing. The Sixers are definitely going to be a great team to see and watch. They may be a serious contender in the East. I'm not going to hold you. So can't wait. Can't wait to see more. And basketball has just been live this year. So I'm very excited, man. But let me go grab some food. I actually got to buy some shoes tonight. And it's my first game back. And, we're going to see what happens tonight, dog. But salute to you guys. Much love. And peace, dog. Peace.